Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me? Huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay, can you text your classmates? I'm already here. Hey, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. There was a problem with my Zoom. Okay, so before we start, let me check your attendance first. So did you get the pictures that I sent you in line? So did you receive it? Did you see it? Have you seen it? Hello. I'm asking a question. Did you see the message that I sent you in line? The picture? Okay. Okay, so let me check your attendance first. So last, sorry. Okay, so last time I was not here to teach you on, this Friday I'm going to teach you in Teacher Romeo's class, okay? Okay. Okay, if you're here, please say present. Dirishat, Tanikarn,
Present.
Luisa,
I'm here.
Pasakorn,
Present.
Santipap, Tiapum, Sirikanya, Haruka.
Present. Present.
Okay. Okay, so remember today, I mean, not only today, I want everyone to open their microphones and speak. You use your mouth, okay? So if I have if I have questions, please answer me. If you don't know the answer, just say, I don't know, teacher. Okay? Okay, so today we are going to talk about scalar and vector quantities. Okay? Scalar and vector quantities. Okay, so can you see the PowerPoint? No, okay. Okay, can you see now? Okay, so scalar and vector quantities, everyone. All right, scalar and vector quantities. So what is scalar today? What we're going to learn is what is scalar, what are the examples of scalar, what is vectors, what are examples of vectors, and of course the symbols of scalar and vector quantities. Okay, so of course, let's go first with scalar. What is scalar? Okay, Poon.
A scalar is usually said to be a physical quantity that only had magnitude and no other characteristics.
Okay, so what we have here is a physical quantity that only has magnitude. Okay, so this is what you need to remember. Okay, when someone asks you what is scalar quantity, what you need to remember is that scalar is a physical quantity that only has magnitude. That's the only thing that you're going to remember. Only has magnitude. Physical quantity that only has magnitude. That's it. That's what you need to remember. Okay? You don't need to remember everything. You don't need to memorize. Scalar is usually said to be a physical quantity that has magnitude and no character. No. What you need to remember is the important thing. Physical quantity that only has magnitude. That's it. That's what's important here in scalar. Okay? Again, a physical quantity that only has magnitude. Okay, you guys get it? Understand? So if I ask you again, okay, O'Day, what is scalar?
That each particle only has magnitude.
Very good, correct. Okay, how about Haruka? What is scalar?
Physical quantity that only has magnitude.
Correct. Okay, so this is what you only need to remember. You don't need to memorize everything. Scalar, no. You need to remember what is important. It's a physical quantity that only has magnitude. Okay? Only has magnitude. Okay, so what are the examples of this scalar? Okay, what are the examples of this scalar quantity? Okay, so we have speed, we have volume, we have mass, we have temperature, power, energy, and time, and etc. Okay, so these examples of scalar here, which is speed, volume, mass, temperature, power, energy, and time, all of this is a physical quantity that only has magnitude. Speed, it doesn't have a direction. Volume, it doesn't have a direction. Mass, it doesn't have a direction. Temperature, there is no direction in temperature. Power, no temperature, no direction in power. Also energy and time, there is no direction. So what you only have in speed, volume, mass, temperature, power, energy, and time is only magnitude. Understand? It's only magnitude. So that's what you need to remember. Scalar is a physical quantity that only has magnitude. Only has magnitude. That's the only ingredient here in scalar. Okay? Do you get the point? Understand? Understand? Okay. So let me ask again, Baikal, what is scalar?
Physical is physical quantity that only has magnitude.
Correct. It only has magnitude. Okay, Grace, what are the examples of scalar?
Speed, volume, mass, temperature, power, energy, time.
Etc. Okay. So if I'm going to ask you questions, I'm going to ask you a question. Does this speed, volume, mass, temperature, power, energy, and time, does all of this have direction? Like, is it gonna go somewhere? Are you going to know that it's gonna go somewhere? Yes or no? Use your mouth. I don't understand it.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. No. So, is there any other characteristics here? Or does it only have magnitude? Speed, volume, mass, temperature, power, energy, and time. Does it have another characteristic? Yes or no? Yes or no? Does it have another characteristic? Yes or no? What's that? I don't understand that. I need you to use your mouth. Yes or no?
No.
No, correct. It doesn't have any other characteristics. What it only have is magnitude. Okay, magnitude, because again, scalar is a physical quantity that only has magnitude. Okay, let's go next. Okay, let's go to, for our definition of scalar, we also have vector. Okay, for vector, what is vector? O'Day, please read.
Quantity having direction as well as magnitude, especially as determining the position of one point in space relative to another.
Okay, so remember, in scalar, it's a physical quantity that only has magnitude. But here in vector, you already have what? Direction and also magnitude. Okay, so it's not only magnitude anymore. There's a direction and there's also magnitude. Okay, vector is a quantity having direction as well as magnitude, especially as determining the position of one point in space relative to another. So again, you don't need to memorize this one. What you need to remember is what's important. It's a quantity that has direction and magnitude. That's it. If I'm going to ask you, what is vector? What you're going to answer is what's important only. You don't need to answer everything. A quantity, no. It's just a quantity that has direction and magnitude. Understand? Understand? Understand, everyone?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Yes.
What's that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so if I'm going to ask, Haruka, ikaw, Haruka, what is vector?
Vector is quantity having direction, magnitude.
And magnitude. Okay, so how about Poon? What is vector, Poon?
A quantity having direction, magnitude.
And also magnitude. Okay. How about Grace? What is vector, Grace?
A quantity having direction and magnitude.
Okay, so again, a vector is a quantity that has direction and that has magnitude. Okay, so let's see what are the examples of vector. So we have force. Does force have direction? Yes or no? I don't understand. I need you to answer yes or no.
Yes.
Yes. How about velocity? Does it have a direction, velocity?
Yes.
Yes. Acceleration. It has direction also. Displacement, momentum. It has direction. Okay. So again, vector is a quantity that has direction and magnitude. Okay. So force, the example of vector, force, velocity, acceleration, displacement, and momentum. Okay, Ode, what's the examples of vector?
Force, velocity, acceleration, displacement, momentum.
Okay, very good. So these are the examples of vectors. Okay, so if we have examples of scalar and vector, the next thing that we're going to talk about are the symbol. Okay, the symbols. Okay, so this one is wrong. Okay, give me a second first. Okay, so let's erase this one. This one is wrong. Okay, so here in the symbol that we're going to talk about, in scalar, the symbol is just going to be the quantity. So for example, in speed, what is the symbol of speed?
Three.
What is the symbol of speed? Symbol of speed is what? Is V. Okay, so of course, the symbol also is only going to be V. Okay, the symbol is going to be the quantity symbol. So for example, for mass, what is the symbol of mass? The symbol of mass is
kg.
kg. What is kg?
Kilogram.
Kilogram. Okay, so also the example or the symbol also will only be kg. So that is the quantity symbol for scalar. For vector here, it's going to be quantity symbol and also a arrow sign above. So let's say, for example, give me an example of vector. One example of vector. I gave you 5 examples. What was that?
Force.
Force. What is the symbol of force? What's the symbol of force?
Force.
Huh? What's the symbol of force? Hello, what's the symbol of force? What?
Yes.
Are you sure? Force? The one that invented, or the one that invented, or not invented, the one that how do you call this one? The one that knew about force starts with letter N. Isaac.
N.
Isaac who?
N.
Isaac
Newton.
Newton. So of course the symbol will be what?
N.
Oh, is it N like this? Is it N like this or N like this one? The big N. So which N are you talking about? N small or N big? Answer me, everyone.
In big.
What's that? Okay, it's the big letter N. Okay, and then here in vector, you are going to put an arrow above so that you're going to know that it is a vector. Okay, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, so this is the symbol for vector. Okay, so again, for scalar, it's just the quantity symbol, but for vector, quantity symbol, and of course, also don't forget the arrow sign above. Okay? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to answer your books. But before we answer your books, let's watch this video first.
Vectors and scalars. Scalars, physical quantities which can be completely specified by 1. A number which represents the magnitude of the quantity. 2. An appropriate unit, are called scalars. Scalar quantities can be added, subtracted, multiplied, and divided by usual algebraic laws. Its examples include mass, distance, speed, density, volume, time, temperature, entropy, energy, charge, work, potential, etc. Vectors. Physical quantities which can be completely specified by 1. A number which represents the magnitude of the quantity. 2. An appropriate unit. 3. A specific direction are called vectors. This means a vector is a representation of both a quantity and a direction at the same time. Its examples includes displacement, force, velocity, acceleration, and momentum. Representation of a vector. A straight line parallel to the direction of the given vector is used to represent it. Length of the line on a certain scale specifies the magnitude of the vector. An arrowhead is put at one end of the line to indicate the direction of the given vector. Unit vector.
Okay, so that's it. We're just going to talk about that one. Okay, so again, how are you going to write the symbol of scalar? It's just going to be the quantity symbol. For example, mass is just going to be kg or kilogram. But for vector, you are going to put an arrow above the quantity symbol and of course the arrow above. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you to get your books and open it to page. What page is this? Who can tell me what page is this? Okay, page. Okay, give me a second. Okay, what page is this? Okay, page, sorry. 5.5.1. Can you see? Okay, what page is this in your book? 5.1.
57.
Page what? Are they 50?
57.
Okay, so please get your books and open it to page 57. Okay, so for number 1, what are scalar quantities? What is scalar quantities? Who can answer? What is scalar quantity? Hello, what is scalar quantity?
Scalar quantities are physical quantities
That
have magnitude only.
that only has magnitude. Very good. Okay, quantities that only have magnitude. Very good. Okay, so please write this in your books. Okay. Okay, and then for letter A, 2 I's, what give 2 examples of scalar quantities by Kausirikanya. I gave 7. Give me 2 examples.
Speed.
Speed. What else?
Speed and mass.
Huh?
Mass.
Speed and
Mass.
mass. Okay. Also, you can also write time and temperature. Any of the 7 examples that I gave you. That's fine. Just give 2 examples. Just write 2 examples of scalar quantities. So either of that. So it doesn't mean that you are only going to write time and temperature. You can write any of the 7 examples I gave you. Okay. Okay, and then for what are vector quantities? Baikaus Haruka. Baikaus Haruka. Okay, Baika Haruka. What are vector quantities?
Vector quantities are physical quantities that have magnitude and direction.
Very good. So it is a quantity physical quantity that has direction and magnitude, or magnitude and direction. Very good. Okay, so 2 examples. I gave you 5. Give me 2 examples a day.
Force and velocity.
Force and velocity. Okay, or also velocity and displacement. Either of the 5 examples that I gave you. Okay, either of the 5 examples I gave you, okay? Okay, and then for number 2, categorize the physical quantities below. So for vector quantity, we have acceleration, velocity, and weight. And for scalar quantity, of course, we have energy, mass, speed, time, and volume. So just write this in your books. And if you're finished, you don't need to finish it. Just take a photo of this one. And then let's go to the next page. The number 3. Number 3. Let's go to number 3. Okay? You don't need to finish this one now. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, give me a second, everyone. Give me a second. Let's go to number 3. Table 1 shows some events involving physical quantity. Okay, let's try to answer number 3. Okay, can you see the PowerPoint? Okay. Okay, let's go to number 3. Okay, so show some events involving physical quantities. Okay, so in letter P, a plane is flying at 700 kilometers per hour from Suvarnabhumi Airport straight to Phuket. Okay, so how are we going to answer this? For each event, determine or know whether each quantities involve a scalar quantity or a vector quantity. Okay, and explain your answer. So for example, letter P. For letter P, which is your magnitude? Okay, which is your magnitude? Sorry. So for letter P, I'm going to give this as your example. Okay. So for letter P, it is a vector quantity. So a vector, it has, again, direction. The direction is from Suvarnabhumi Airport on the way to Phuket Airport. And your magnitude is 700 kilometers per hour. Okay. So as you can see here, this is your magnitude. This is your direction to Phuket Airport. Okay, for letter P, I want Grace to answer. Letter P, what is this? Is this a scalar quantity or a vector quantity? So remember, a scalar only has magnitude, vector has magnitude and quantity. Vector has magnitude and direction. Okay. So for letter Q, please answer, Grace. Letter R, Haruka, and letter S, Sirikania.
Letter Q is scalar quantity
Scalar. Why did you say that it's scalar quantity?
because it has only magnitude.
Okay, so what is the magnitude of scalar quantity? Of letter Q? Oh, wow.
No.
No. What is the magnitude there? What?
3 packets.
Okay, 3 packets. Okay, very good. So in letter Q, it is a scalar quantity. It only has magnitude, and your magnitude is 3 packets. Very good. Okay, let's go to letter R. Okay, Haruka, go. What?
Number vector quantity.
Vector quantity. Okay, so what is your magnitude there?
20
meters. And how about your
direction is north.
North? Very good. So this is a what? Scalar or vector?
That is vector.
Vector quantity. Okay, so the magnitude is 20 meters and the direction is north. Very good. And for letter S. Okay. Sirikanya, your turn. Okay. So letter S, what is this? Is this a scalar or a vector quantity?
Scalar quantity.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you say that it's scalar?
Because it has only magnitude.
Okay, it's only magnitude. What's the magnitude there?
20 Celsius.
20 degrees Celsius. Very good. So it is a scalar quantity. It only has magnitude. Okay. So guys, please don't forget to send this in our line group. And for those students who didn't send all of their activities yet, please send all of your activities now. Okay, you can check in our line group if you already sent or not, because some of you didn't send yet, and I need to collect your grades already, collect your points already. Okay, understand? We're not gonna have a test, so all of the activities that we are doing, this will be your test. This is where I'm going to get your grade. So if you didn't pass the activities, you're not going to get any grades, okay? Understand? What's that? What does it mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so are you finished? Okay. So again, letter P, it is a vector quantity. Letter Q, scalar quantity. Letter R, vector quantity. And letter S, that is a scalar quantity. Okay. Okay, so do you have any questions? Are you confused with scalar and vector? Are you confused, everyone? Do you have any questions? What does it mean?
No, I don't have question.
Okay. No one has a question. Okay, so you have 6 minutes to answer. Okay, so again, don't forget to send this in our line group, okay? And the activities that you didn't send yet, please don't forget to send it also. Okay, so if you don't have any more questions, that's it for today, guys. Goodbye, everyone. I can't hear you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye.